Yo, what's going on, everyone? The Cool Geek here, and I'm watching another video. And today I'm debating Thomas on Itachi versus Pain, or Pain versus Itachi. I have Pain, he has Itachi. I actually debated him a while back, and I'm just now uploading this. Let's get into it. Yo, guys, quick announcement. I started a new YouTube channel called Cool Geek Defense, and it's all about martial arts. So if you want to check that out, it's called Cool Geek Defense, Defense with a C, Cool Geek Defense. Um, so yeah, check that out right there. Just type it in, capital C, capital G, space, defense. So check out the channel. It's all about, it's a place where we geek out over martial arts and self-defense. It's a nice little place. I just started it up. Got a nice little channel trailer. Got some vids over here. Also, if you've never seen me before, I have my face reveal. Check that out. Cool Geek face reveal. Yeah. Also, yeah, just check that out. Shout out to my new channel. Check it out. Link in the description. Go. Boom. All right.
Uh,
Sweet.
I need to quit stuff.
Okay,
I
by the
have
way,
way
fix
too
your
much
mic, actually. Fix
audio.
your asthma or something, because it's gonna be annoying as fuck.
Is that Bubbles?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's Bubbles the Rat.
Yo, what's up, Bubbles?
I am in
I'd
Discord,
rather
I
be
guess,
strong though. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Sweet. Okay. All right. Cool. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can start.
Sweet. So I think Pain wins because it was stated in the fourth data book. Yeah, it was either it was the third data.
Hello?
I think you soul crushed him. I think it's
Oh
alright.
wait, shut up,
Or,
Bubbles. Wait, can you hear me? Hold on. Sometimes I unplug my mic.
Yeah.
Okay. Freaking Bubbles, the ugly rat. Like, stay muted. Anyway, I think that Pain wins because it was stated in the third data book that he's the strongest member of the Akatsuki. And as we know, the data books are created by the author himself, Kishimoto. Also, I'm assuming this is like a prime Pain, not the nerfed one from the Leaf Village, right?
Hey, can you send the data book scan? Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't outright state that.
Sure, I got you.
Just to be sure, like, you should send the scan.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, also I'm just clarifying that I'm using like the prime, like prime version of Pain, not like the nerfed one that fought Naruto, right?
I mean, obviously, Pain wouldn't start out nerfed.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. Because some people try and
That's
pull
if you
that.
think you can.
Like Bubbles. Like Bubbles would try that.
I mean, he's not even weak in Italy Village, it's whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I'm not
depends.
debating
It
you,
doesn't really
Bubbles.
matter. Where did he send the scan? There's like 17 scans
Yeah,
channel.
we're gonna post scans in what's it called? Debate Area 1, but I haven't posted it yet. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I gotta get it. I got distracted, yo. I hopped in VC, and then this like random started like trying to debate me, and then I did, so I didn't like get the scans.
Yeah, Colgate got way too pressed.
Bro, he lost in less than 10 minutes, dude. You know me. My debates aren't 10 minutes long, Bubbles.
Yeah, I know you can see it in 10 minutes. It was very,
Definitely not. I have it on recording, you ugly
very
bum.
unfortunate.
Are you getting the skin or something?
Yeah, I'm
Can you
getting
prove
it.
recording's logically sound?
Oh my god, Bubbles. Yes. Keep trying to distract me. Yeah,
What
okay,
a
buddy.
fucking rat, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm on
copy.
vacation.
Paste. God, I'm cold from eating that ice cream, bro. Okay, yeah, it's in the top right there, you know, where it says pain. I can read it off. Hold on. Yeah, it says Pain, the invincible leader of the Akatsuki. Even the
Where you send
notoriously
there?
strong members obey him. Yeah, it's in Debate Arena 1.
Yeah, I don't think that means he's the strongest one.
Okay, why?
For multiple, and like not necessarily stronger than like Itachi,
Okay, why?
because you understand that like data book statements. Okay, you understand that data book statements are like made with the knowledge of the series up to that point, right? So the third data book only goes up to chapter 400, right?
I don't know why you would assert that. I mean, even if we take that into account, I don't see why that
Because
matters.
okay, if you okay, so I mean I can prove it, but if you just want to agree with it, it's fine, right?
Y-
So like in the next page after this, they literally say like, "Oh, we don't know anything about B," right? And like so, yeah,
Yo,
they're
what's
vague
up,
within their
guys?
knowledge. They
I
also
What are
mean,
you guys debating
they
about?
also state like Jiraiya has the fastest stage attack,
Yeah,
and
what are you
then
guys debating about?
oh my god, who is
yo,
that?
shut up, okay.
Can you not?
They also state they also state that Jiraiya has like the fastest stage mode attack, which oh my god, who keeps on muting him? They also state that Jiraiya has the fastest sage mode attacks. The third data book, right? Like Hawk doesn't really make any sense scaling wise, right? So the data books are
Um,
oh my god, are more consistent if we use them in their own knowledge, and they're made
sure,
within their own knowledge of the series, right?
sure. So,
Right? So at this point, at, okay, here's my main
uh,
point. So at this point in the story, we didn't really know anything about like Itachi like true identity, right? We didn't know that he was actually just a spy in the Akatsuki, right? And that's why dude, who the fuck keeps on muting this dude? Okay,
Tomas, he's a trial mod in here.
bruh. Okay.
well, I local
So
muted him, so I
during
can't
this
hear
point in
him.
the series, okay, at this point in the series, Itachi, all we knew about Itachi, right, was that he was some Akatsuki member. We didn't know his true identity and the true reason for him being in the Akatsuki, which was to be a spy to the Akatsuki, right? So obviously he would obey Pain, right, if he was there to spy and not be the strongest member, right? That was his whole objective. So it made no sense for him to like be countering Pain. So
Okay,
this doesn't really work to
so
scale off of Itachi.
Okay, so here, hold on. So I'm gonna explain why that argument doesn't follow. So the thing about Jiraiya, that's a genetic fallacy, right? Just because it's like wrong about, well, just because you think it's wrong about Jiraiya doesn't mean it's wrong about everything, right? That's the first thing. So get that out of here. The second thing would be like the thing about B, like, oh, I didn't know about Killer B. But even if I grandstand that, that doesn't matter at all, right? Because when it comes to Itachi, right, even like what you call it, Pain, I'm not Pain, I'm sorry, even like Itachi, you know, when he was how do I word this, like when when you have like Itachi talking to like Obito or
Hello,
whatever.
you cut out.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah. So basically, what I'm getting at is that the fact that Pain, when he like died, Obito, when he like found out like Pain died, he was like, or it was either like right before or right after. I forget, but I can find the clip probably on YouTube. But basically it's stated like, oh yeah, no, Pain is unbeatable. Like no one can. And by the way, this is the same Obito who like, cause I like this always gets brought up, so I'm gonna like I'm gonna like precog you real quick and just like counter this in advance. So even if you say like, oh yeah, Obito told Sasuke like, oh yeah, Itachi, if he had like prep time, could have beaten me. Well, even if I like said like granted that, it doesn't matter because this is the same Obito that said like, yeah, Pain is unbeatable. Like there's no one who could beat him. Like that's impossible. So this is even backed up by in the series, like via
Um,
Obito.
wait. I don't get what your point was against what I said. Like, I don't know
Sure.
if I missed it or like if you cut out when you said it,
Sure,
but
yeah. So Obito, like I
can
mean
you
not
just
Obito.
repeat it for
Yeah,
me?
yeah. So you said that the data books are like not very credible, right? Because of like the thing with like Jiraiya and the thing with like B, and I said the thing with
No, I'm saying
Jiraiya
that
doesn't matter. Hold on.
book
Ho-
should be taken within their own knowledge of the
Sure,
series.
sure. Taken within their own knowledge of the series, right? And I'm telling you that within that same like section of the series, it was stated by Obito that Pain was unbeatable. So yeah.
Could he send that
Yeah, I
scan?
got
I
you.
don't remember that.
Of course you don't. Hold on, I got you.
And Pain is Obito literally stated over Pain, right? Sure.
Which first of all, which Obito, and what do you mean stated over? Like, what do you mean?
Minato just outright says he's strong. Like Minato just outright tells Naruto that he needs to get stronger if he's gonna face against Obito. He's gonna fight against Obito
Um,
after he fights Pain
hold on. Are you
or
aware?
during the fight.
Hold on. Are you aware that Naruto needed that? Like, did you? Are you wait? First of all, do you remember why he said that?
Um. Yeah. Like that happened when he was like when Naruto was fighting the when not Naruto was in Eight Tails form.
Okay, wait, no. You're misunderstanding my question. I'm saying,
I shouldn't shock any like send your
oh yeah, I'm sorry.
scan
Here, all along.
send your scan first.
Okay, where is it? Hold up.
Mhm.
It
I
might take me a while
remember
to find.
Payne stating that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I normally don't ask people to send scans, but I just like don't know the scans you're referencing.
Yeah, no, that's
But you're
fine.
good. Take as much time as it takes.
I think he tells it to Zetsu. Hold on. I think I'm in the wrong section looking for it. Yeah, sorry if you can hear my dog in the background.
It's I don't hear him.
Okay, cool.
Well, on vacation.
Sorry, my computer is going slow for some reason right now. Yeah, this usually doesn't happen in debates.
Bro, you're good. Like I'm not in any. I'm not in like right now.
大黑佬，俺现在失败了吧？
Bro.
败的了，结果败的。
Oh my god, Sasuke is so stupid.
Do you mean when he was talking to Pain about Jiraiya? No, because he's still looking for. Are you still looking for the scan?
Yeah, I'm still looking for the scan.
He's looking for a scan where Obito says that Pain is invincible. If you guys got
I
it, you
remember
can
him
send
saying
it.
to Pain himself when he was talking to Pain.
I remember Pain saying that he's invincible, but I don't remember Obito saying it.
Here, let me find it. Like I have the one of him like saying it to Pain, like in the manga, but I'm trying to find where like Obito says it to. I believe it's to Zetsu. Hmm. I think this is it. Hold up.
予想外ですね。というわけだ。まさかペインがやられるとはな。お前は。
Okay, I found in the sub where now this isn't exactly the scan I was looking for, but this will suffice. Here, hold on. Hold on. I think it's 135.
135? Pain wasn't even in the.
I'm not talking about chapter 135. I'm saying the
Oh, you
timestamp.
sent me a clip.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was funny. Yeah.
yeah, I was pretty dumb.
Okay, I want to say. Let me grab all of the statements on pain for a sec.
What is he's referencing? Like he didn't expect Naruto to defeat Pain. I don't see any like. I don't see any argument behind how that would put Pain above Itachi, or like how that makes Pain somewhat invincible.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Don't worry. Sure. So,
Bro, why do you sound so mad?
some people just sound like that when they debate.
And what does? Yeah, this is clearly hyperbole. Unless you can prove that pain is all knowing.
Sure. Okay, hold on. So so I'm arguing from this, right, that it's within a certain context he's all knowing, right? Like Pain knows everything within the Rain Village. That's what this is referring to. Not like, like literally all knowing for like all things in the verse or something. Um but definitely all things within the Rain Village, or really anywhere he goes where he can cast a little certain jutsu. This jutsu being the rain jutsu.
Yeah,
I
but
forgot what it's called.
he's
Hold on,
not
hold on, wait, wait. Why are you
literally
interrupting
all
me? I'm not done
knowing,
talking. I'm not done
right?
talking. I'm not done talking. So basically, what I'm getting at,
Sorry, my
right,
bad. Go ahead.
is the fact that he's all knowing within a certain context, right? And the context would be like the rain jutsu he used, right? To like whatever the rain touches, he knows about. So him being like all powerful would be in like reference to the characters that they have access to, right? Just like the knowledge thing is in reference to pretty much everything that his rain touches, he knows. Now, for like the unstoppable thing, right? He's unstoppable in the context of like there's no one they know of that can beat Pain, right? And this would include Itachi.
Yo, you cut out. You cut out. You
Oh, I'm
just
sorry.
cut out.
Yeah, super sorry about that. Yeah, basically what I'm getting at is that it's he's unstoppable in the context of like from every person they know that like exists, he shouldn't be able to be defeated. And by the way, Obito should know that there's a possibility that the Nine Tails can like escape from Naruto, or that he can become a perfect Jinchuriki, etc. Now, if any of these things happen, that would all be calculated under Obito's plan. Because keep in mind, Obito is like the prodigy of Madara, who has like plans and backup plans and backup plans for backup plans. Like he literally wishes he
Yeah,
was me.
I'm
Like that's
gonna
how good his
cut you
plans
off
are.
because you're kind of saying like a bunch of points right now that I feel I need to address.
I mean, there's some
Um,
sub points,
so
but
I'm gonna
go
address your
for it.
first point. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna address your first point about like this being in the contest, right? You said like all knowing in the Rain Village, right? And then he said like unstoppable and all the people he knows, right? Which I just think it's like not true. I just think like Obito right here, he's just saying Pain who hasn't been beaten, right? And he is all knowing, like he's literally just winking Pain, right? Making an exaggeration,
Oh wait, why is he
right? And
wanking
saying that
Pain?
Jiraiya was somewhat because he literally says that he's all knowing and unstoppable,
But I gave the
right?
context for that.
He's
What are you on
clearly just
about?
making a hyperbole, right? When he literally, I'm pretty sure like it's portrayed, like even in the data book statement he sent, it's portrayed that Obito can take on Pain, right? This is backed up by like statements from like Minato, right? So clearly he's not
No, it's not.
unstoppable, right? And your interpretation isn't
Sure.
really like consistent with that,
I got you. I got
right?
you. So
So
basically, the
all
the
Obito is
Minato thing.
saying
Hold on.
here.
Hold on. So basically, right, the Minato thing you brought up earlier, I'll address that because I forgot about that because you were low key shotgunning. But basically, what I'm gonna argue for that is the fact that first of all, that Pain was like nerfed first off, and second off, um, it's a different type of like battle. What do you know what I mean? For like Pain versus a Itachi is a different battle than Naruto versus Pain, or like Minato versus Itachi. It's a different type of fight. Like for the most part, Naruto could like smash his like power level against Pain, and Pain would just be like, bet, you know what I mean? Obito's a little different in that regard. He'd of course prep more for that. Now the other thing too is Naruto never beat Pain as like a sage in 1v1. That never happened. So if you like bring up that argument of like, oh well, he need to be stronger than he was in his fight with Pain, Sage Naruto almost got kidnapped and died in that fight. You know, so it's not like Sage Naruto beat
Kidnapped?
Pain. That's wrong. Yeah, he almost got kidnapped. If you remember what happened in that fight, Pain had like smacked him around, shoved the rods through Naruto's hands, and had him paralyzed. It wasn't until
A
Hinata like,
base
hold
Naruto,
on,
yeah.
no. Sage got like doo on, and then shoved the rods in his arm, and then that's what made his Sage mode go away. He wasn't just in base. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Also, let me see.
No,
Hold on. You sort of
that
interrupting
that's
my
how
flow
it
of thoughts,
happened.
so I would
But
highly appreciate it if you stopped interrupting me. That tactic doesn't work on me. You should stop.
no, I just
Yeah.
corrected you in something you're wrong in. Look, I'm
No.
trying to respect you, right? But if I can't interrupt you to correct you in something, right? It feels like you're shocking at me, right? All I'm doing is correcting you in something you're wrong in. That was base Naruto. I could literally go to the chapter right now and show you.
Sure, you could bring up the chapter and like link it in like in the chat. So
Sure, it's
basically,
430.
right?
I'm pretty sure it's 437.
Sure, just link it. So basically, right, what I'm getting at is that also what do you call it? So yeah, that Naruto didn't fully like, beat Pain, it wasn't until Hinata got like rose into the ground and slammed down. Actually, she might have died. I don't even remember what happened there, but she got slammed into the ground and he got like enraged, which amps you already. We already know. And B freed the Nine Tails, and the Nine Tails, taking over Naruto's body, ended up like breaking out of Chibaku Tensei at like I think it was like 8 or 9 tails is when it started actually like doing anything to like the Chibaku Tensei. So yeah. See, I was almost done. That wasn't
Yeah.
too hard.
So I'm gonna address like overall points, right? So first of all, here's the scan that shows that it's base Naruto. I'll send it. It's sending right now, and I'm gonna address your first point. You said that like that was a fatigue pain, and that like Minato didn't really know didn't really didn't really like know pain's power because of that. First of all, I don't think like pain was necessarily fatigued. Like we can debate on that later. But my main point was that like Minato even states that he knows about Jiraiya dying, right? He knows everything about like Jiraiya and Pain, right? He watched the whole fight, right? Meaning that
No.
like Jiraiya, who was relative to Pain, right, and Minato, who was his apprentice, right? He should know somewhat the level of skill Jiraiya is in, right? And
Mm,
what was your other points? You said like 3 points, so remind me
okay.
so I can address it.
Well, no, the other stuff was just like one thing, but it was like a few sub.
You cut out again.
Basically, what I'm getting at, right, is that
You cut
Naruto.
out the whole time.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me look at your scan first. Hold up.
It's chapter 435 if you want to look at it. That's when he gets caught. Pa dies and then he gets Pasha Tending again.
Okay,
He's
hold
in
on.
base.
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, right then he knows. Okay, so you're misunderstanding the point. I mean, like freaking Naruto like, but before that, because Sage Naruto did fight the Diva Path 1v1. Here, let me see. You're trying to act like Sage Naruto never fought the Diva Path. That's kind of dishonest. Let me find it.
No, I never said that. You said that when he got caught with the rods was when he was in Sage Mode, and I told you no, that was Base Naruto. That's all
Okay,
I said.
okay. So you're nitpicking. Okay, I see. So the point of that
I mean, I
was
just
that
corrected you.
the no. Okay. So when I said he got doo on and the rod stabbed on him, that what I meant, right, without nitpicking, was the fact that Naruto in Sage mode got beat up, and then the rods ended up getting. I'm not saying he was in Sage mode the entire time. The point was that he was in Sage mode and he got beat up, and then eventually, if you want me to be super hyper literal, eventually he got the rod stabbed in him. Is that better?
Well, what happened really was that like Pain has this broken ability, right? It wasn't really that he like outsped or blitzed Naruto, right? Because we see Naruto keeping up with Pain right before that.
Which
and when he
broken
gains
ability?
his abilities back, Shinra Tensei and Bansha Tensei,
You mean the abilities
like
which are
Naruto doesn't
literally
have any movement
force?
in the air.
So the abilities which entire shtick are
What?
their physical
Yeah, but
force.
Naruto doesn't have any air movement.
That doesn't matter. What?
Hey, cool geek. Naruto doesn't have any way to move in the air.
That doesn't matter. That's irrelevant.
Why?
Sure. So if I have this ability which pushes you away, right? And if you're strong enough, you can just punch through it. You can literally just chad your way through that. Like, do you not think characters can punch through force
Not
fields?
really. Not really. The only like people we see counter like Shinra Tensei and Bansha Tenin is the Six Tails, and what the Six Tails actually did was that he planted his tails into the ground, something Naruto can't do, right?
Yeah, he
And then
can.
the other person we see counter it is
Hold on. Yes, he can.
KCM Naruto.
He can stuff his feet into the ground. Maybe not his tails, but his
How can
feet.
he count?
He
How?
can just shove his feet into the floor. Literally just get into a horse stance and not get blown
Oh,
back.
not when he's getting not when he's getting caught off guard by it,
So you're arguing every
right?
single time
He literally just
Naruto
gets
came into
pulled in.
contact with freaking I mean, not Bansho Tenin, Shinra
Yeah,
Tensei,
okay.
he gets off
Maybe I should
guarded.
have been more specific, but when the Six Tails does it, he already had his like tails planted in.
Sure, okay. So you think that Shinra Tensei is faster than Naruto?
I don't think you can dodge Shinra Tensei's. So
Okay.
I don't, I don't understand how it would be faster than someone,
Okay,
right? It's an ability
so
you
hold
can't really
on. Yeah,
dodge.
you can. Let me explain it to you. So the way Shinra Tensei works, right, is he. Funny thing is, he uses that at like a certain range, but he has to like say, or maybe he doesn't have to because you're gonna nitpick that, right? I'm already precogging you, but he usually says universal push, right, or Shinra Tensei, right, right before he does it. So the time he sticks his hand out or not even sticks his hand out, just says the word, you know it's coming. You know it's coming, and that's instant, right? Whatever speed you think Sage and Naruto is, and Pain, you know it's coming. But it still blitzes Naruto into the concrete, right? So, yeah, it is something you can at least back
I mean, you're gonna
it,
say
because
I'm
literally
nitpicking
Naruto
here,
should
but
be
I
able
I
to
don't think
run
that's what
away from him.
happened.
Okay, what do you think is what happened then?
Hey, so if you see the scan, the last scan I sent, right? Naruto literally like screams out, like, "Ugh, like what the fuck is happening?"
Yeah, because he
Right?
got speed
We
blitzed. That's
literally
my
see
entire
a face
argument.
of surprise on him, right? So wait. Let me finish speaking. So when characters say Bansha Tenin, right, or like Rasengan or Rasen Shuriken in anime, right? It's not really to like state like, oh, I'm about to attack, right? That's not really what happens in anime or like in Naruto,
I mean, it is,
right?
but
What
okay.
happens is that they inform the reader on what jutsu they're gonna use, but that's not really what happens in battle, right?
Yeah, it
Otherwise, like
is.
a bunch of people like should have caught on to a bunch of other attacks in the series,
Not if
which
they get
just
speed
doesn't happen.
blitzed.
It's just a way to inform the reader on the jutsu.
No, you're using circular logic. Do you know what circular logic is, Thomas?
Yeah, obviously, but that's not circular at all.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me explain why it's circular, right? Do you know what a premise is?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah.
studied IRL. I know like three different systems of logic.
Sweet. Sweet. So you know what I'm talking about. You're probably a sophist. Let's go. All right. So basically, what I'm getting at,
You're cutting
right?
out. You're cutting out.
Am I? Hold
I'm
on.
not a sophist. That's retarded.
Okay. Man, people really be crapping on Sophist. That's crazy. Alright. Anyway, basically what I'm trying to get at is the fact that in like anime and stuff, first of all, like or just Naruto, right? Naruto literally says Rasengan as he's like running at you. So the fact that you use the example of Rasengan, and that's literally what Naruto does. He screams Rasengan as he's running at you. Like I don't know how you could even do that. Like I don't understand why you'd even like use that as like an argument or like an example. Other characters like freaking Orochimaru saying like Edo Tensei, as he summons his Edo Tenseis, like that happens all the time. So like I don't see how you're gonna tell me with a straight face that that doesn't ever happen in anime. That's insane. That's crazy. What?
No, I said it does. I said it does.
Oh,
I
so you
said it
agree.
does.
So you agree.
No, okay, I think you're misunderstanding my point. My point was that when they state out their what their attack is not to like announce it to their opponent, right? Which is not what happens. It's to inform the reader or the watcher what's gonna happen, right? Or what jutsu they're gonna use,
Okay, hold
right?
on.
Because we still see in the series people announcing their attacks and then other people still getting caught off guard, right?
I
So
mean,
your argument of saying that Pain announces the attack, therefore Naruto couldn't have been caught off guard
hold
makes no
on.
sense
Hold on.
because he
Hold
doesn't
on.
announce it
Hold
for
on.
Naruto. That's
You're
not
straw
what
manning. You're
the
straw
narrative
manning. You're straw
speaks to.
manning, sir. You're straw manning, sir. So what I'm getting at
It's
isn't that
fine.
like,
I don't
oh
think I'm
yeah,
straw manning.
like, oh yeah, well you definitely are. You don't have to think you're doing something to do something, right? So basically, right, if I say like, oh yeah, Naruto and them, then when they say it, if you're like, like faster than me or like relative, you'll hear it, right? I'm saying is that if Pain is faster than Naruto, he'll still get blitzed, right? If anything, he'll get caught off guard that the ability is so fast. Like that's why you can win via a speed blitz, right? Like I don't know how much you debate fiction, but people argue this character wins via speed blitz all the time. The reason that logic works at all is because of the fact that if someone's so fast, you'll get caught off guard because you can't brace yourself by the time that they hit you. They're just too fast. That's literally what happens with Bancho Tinin and Shibaku Tensei. Or maybe Naruto isn't strong enough to brace his feet into the ground. Maybe his feet just get yanked out because he's not strong enough to hold on to the ground. Maybe that's how it works.
Hey, I don't think that's how it works at all because we specifically
Why?
see KCM Naruto dodge it with like his hands, right?
Sure, that just means Casey and
He
Naruto is too fast.
right? So I don't think the ability is supposed to be okay. Let me finish. I don't think the ability is supposed to be fast. It's supposed to be something you can't really dodge, right? So like for example, right before this we see Naruto reacting to pain, right? Another example is that in the data books it's just portrayed as simple gravity, right? So it's not really portrayed as a fast ability.
Wait, do you not know how fast gravity
So
is,
it's just
sir?
like catching someone. I guarantee you, it's 9.8 acceleration, right? I studied physics, right? So I guarantee you, Naruto
That's
characters
not
are
what I
faster than
meant.
gravity.
That's not what I meant.
Okay, what did you?
Okay, right. So what I mean, right, is that when we see these black gravity orbs, right, we know that gravity in high enough concentration can do things like warp space and do crazy stuff like shenanigans like that. So concentrated enough gravity, right, can do things like bend light, right? You know what I mean? Like it can literally warp space, bend light, and all these other crazy shenanigans. So like yeah, and you can argue like the speed of like a black hole, for instance, right? Like when a black hole, people say, oh yeah, even light can't escape. That's because the gravity is literally blitzing the light. And like it blitzes it so hard that it just can't. It's like zero light can escape past the event horizon, which means
Yeah,
that
but
it's
that's
just
not
however
happening
much
here.
faster. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's literally just however fast you think it is, X faster than light. You can insert whatever headcanon you want to fit the situation. So literally, if Naruto gets speed blitzed by this technique, and you're saying, "Oh, gravity is not that fast; it's only 9.8 meters per second," like the same that Earth pulls you down. No,
That's
because
not
it's a
what it
no.
said. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
what it
Stop.
said.
Yeah,
I said
it
there was a
literally is. It literally is. Now stop interrupting me.
no.
Now stop
Yeah,
interrupting me.
that's a
Yeah,
straw
yeah. You didn't
man.
want me to
Let
interrupt
me
you. No,
clarify.
it's not a
I
straw
said
man.
that it was compared to gravity,
Okay.
not that it was literally gravity.
Okay, compared to
Right? I'm just
gravity.
using the
And then
narrative
you
like
said, I know how fast
implications of
gravity
statements,
is.
right?
I
To
know how
grab the
fast
most
gravity
likely
is. And then
conclusion.
use the amount of gravity that Earth has. But okay, mister, I'm not trying to pretend that what you said was hyper literal. I'm not you, okay? I started using a similar tactic to you because I want to see how you like it, right? Just when you use a tactic, you can't expect me not to use it. I don't know what low tiers you're used to debating, but I'm not just going to let you steamroll me with random tactics, right? So, back to what I was saying, because you got me derailing. So, basically, what I'm getting at is the fact that when you say it's compared to gravity, right? It's a gravity-based ability. I understood what you meant. I'm not retarded, okay, buddy? So, it's a gravity-based ability, right? And we know that gravity on other planets other than Earth,
I mean,
right,
if you
is
understood
higher
what I
than on
meant, why
Earth.
did you go
Is
ahead and
higher than
strawman
on
me?
Earth. It's higher than Earth. I didn't strawman you. I just, even if you say I paraphrased, it doesn't matter because it's irrelevant to the main point. You like to nitpick side points to help you win the main point. That's not going to work on me, Thomas. I'm sorry, but it won't. That will never, ever, ever work on me. So
I'm not
back to
really
my.
nitpicking, right?
Yeah,
It's
you are,
just
because you're still
like when
on
you
this.
go outright and
Why are
lie
you still
about
on
something,
this?
I'm
I
not
never.
gonna let
Wait,
it
wait, wait.
slide.
I never lied about anything. I just like either
I
paraphrased or
mean, you said I
misspoke.
was
I don't care which
nitpicking
you think I
the
did.
pain stuff
I
when I
mean, you
was right.
were. You literally what? No, you were literally nitpicking. No, do you know what nitpicking means? If you want to derail, I can derail with you. Like, what do you think nitpicking means? If you really want to go this route,
No,
they call me the king of
I
derailing
do
in
know
other
what
servers, just
nitpicking
so you
was, and
know.
it's hey, wait, let's get back to the main
Thank
point.
you. That's what
I
I
don't feel
wanted to
like
do the
dragging this out
whole
for like three
time.
hours.
Thank you so very much, Thomas. What I was trying to get at is because you yourself said that gravity, the Bancho Tenin and Shinra Tensei is like gravity, similar, a gravity-based ability, whatever you want to call it, whatever phrasing you want to use, I don't care. It's gravity related, right? We know that gravity can cuck light. So something as fast as light cannot escape. And even faster theoretically, right? So you can insert whatever here. So literally, even if you were light speed, that's way faster than 9.8 meters per second, dude. Like real life humans can run that speed. I can run faster than that. So that's not how that works, right? If anything, it would be more along the
You
line
can't
of
run.
9.8 meters per second.
That's an acceleration.
Oh my god.
That's an
Do you know
acceleration.
what
Not
accelerated? Do you
humans
know what
don't accelerate
acceleration
at
is?
that
Do you
speed.
know what acceleration is?
Yes, I know what acceleration is,
Okay.
but
Now,
it's not a speed, right? It's just how fast your
okay.
speed increments.
Okay.
Is
You get
gravity doesn't
faster.
go at 9.8; it pulls you and it constantly accelerates. Okay,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. Just go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because you're not going to beat me in math or physics. I'm sorry. But basically, what I'm
I'm pretty sure
getting
I
at.
could. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure I
yeah,
could.
yeah. You keep making us try to derail, even though I keep trying to get us on topic. So, back to the main point again, Mr. Thomas. Is what I'm saying is that this gravity-like ability can cuck people similar to the speed of light if we're saying it's a gravity-based ability. You can't cap it at 9.8 meters per second. Sorry, your argument gets debunkled. Was that so
I
hard?
never
No, it
did
wasn't.
that. Hey, that's a complete straw man. Hey, so what I was saying is that statements and implications, right? Compare it to gravity, right? I'm not capping it at 9.8. I'm just saying that it's not portrayed as a fast ability or something which blitzes people. It's portrayed as this strong, like ability which you can't dodge, right?
Because
Because it
it's
just
too fast. Thank you.
pushes you away or pulls you, right? It was literally like stated really. It was like the feats have make it look really strong. It's like pushing back all the like the toad summonings, right? And like destroying the whole village. It's not portrayed as a fast ability.
Hold
So I don't
on.
think your interpretation of it blitzing Naruto is it's not even consistent with anything.
Okay, hold
As
on.
Naruto can't
Hold
even move
on.
in the air to do anything.
Okay, so you're trying to do this weird thing that people do, even with like IRL people, which is understandable but also very wrong, and I kind of don't like it. And you're trying to say that, oh yeah, it's been shown as being strong, which means it's not necessarily the fastest ability, which is wrong because just because you're strong doesn't mean you're not
I mean, I'm
fast, and
not
just
saying
because you're
it's not
fast doesn't mean
necessarily
you're
right.
not
I'm
strong.
not saying that what I'm saying is necessarily the case.
Oh,
I'm
so
just
you're
trying to
not saying
grab
it's
the
the
more
case, which
consistent
means it doesn't
interpretation
matter.
from the
So
manga.
you're not saying it is, which means your statement can be dismissed because it's just a possibility that doesn't mean anything.
I'm saying that it's not necessarily the case.
It's not
I'm not saying it. Okay,
necessarily
I'm
the
saying that it's not
case.
necessarily the case.
Yeah, it's not your
You
interpretation
understand
isn't
what that means,
necessarily
right?
the case, right? Which means I can dismiss it. Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
No, which means that there's other possibilities,
There's
right?
other
But we
possibilities.
can't know
So why
anything
is
for
yours
certain.
right?
It's an
Why is yours
interpretation
more
from a
right than
manga.
mine? Why is yours more correct than mine? Because if you're saying, "Oh,
Okay,
it's subjective,"
I've been
it's
explaining that. Thank
subjective.
you.
No, you
I've
didn't.
been
You didn't
explaining
explain
that.
anything. You didn't explain anything. If you say, "Oh, yeah, it's just a
I
manga," it's
explained the
subjective.
portrayal of
Then you can't.
disabilities
Yeah,
in
yeah. Stop.
feet,
Just stop
which
yelling over me. Yeah, stop spurging, Thomas. Why are you being such a spurg right
it's just
now?
you
So
keep shotgunning
basically,
with like
no, I'm not.
monologuing for 30 minutes. It's just
No, I'm
annoying.
not. I'm sorry you have a short attention span, but I'm trying to get out my point. Chain scaling is not shotgunning. The guy I debated the other day said the exact same thing. But that doesn't matter. Stop trying to derail over and over again. So if you say that what you're saying is interpretation, you have to prove that your interpretation is more valid than mine. That's what a versus debate is. You're trying to prove to
I've
me
been
that
doing
your
that.
interpretation is more okay. Why then when I say, oh, your interpretation is wrong, and you're saying, well, it's just an interpretation. Well, if it's just an interpretation, well, yeah, because I'm
When
screwed.
have I said that? What?
Okay,
I've
okay.
never said that
Oh
in my
my
life.
god. Okay, buddy. Okay. By the way,
Look,
by the way, to be
I'm
clear,
a,
I
I'm gonna rephrase
paraphrase.
my argument and see
Go
if it
for
can get through your thick head. Okay.
it. Okay, buddy, go
Okay.
on.
All I'm saying is that the feeds. I'm all saying the feeds in context describing this specific ability from pain, right, as well as the feats from Naruto being relative to pain, right, and this ability being able to push back massive beings like the toads, right, destroy massive villages like the Leaf Village, makes this ability to be portrayed as something strong, not really fast, as you can't really dodge it, right, and you can't really move in air. It's just a extremely strong force. It's not really
Thomas.
something that would blitz a character.
Thomas. Are you listening now?
What?
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, what I'm getting at is the fact that you're saying, oh yeah, it's not portrayed as fast, it's only portrayed as strong. Well, sure, it's portrayed as strong, but that doesn't mean it's not fast as well. And I just gave examples of
But there's no proof that it is fast. There's no proof that it blitzes Naruto.
how something can blitz someone, right? And it be portrayed as they're being off guard. Yeah, because if someone's so much faster than you that they hit you before you can become on guard, right? Because they're just that fast. Yeah, you got speed blitz and you were off guard. That's why speed blitz KOs
No,
are a
because
thing.
Naruto. Okay, you understand what happens in this feat, right?
What
In the one I
happens in
sent
this feat,
you.
my good sir? You can explain it to me, please.
So Naruto catches So Naruto basically stops Bansha Tending, right? Like he basically catches Pa. Wait, let me just make sure I'm not capping here. Um, I'm gonna be right back. I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, cool down because you're mad right now. You're steaming. Hope everyone's enjoying the show.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm back. So yeah, in the last scan I sent you in the beta Naruto literally reacts to the ability
Okay, show
in
me.
base.
Alright, show
He
me.
reacts to
Sh-
Pa being pulled, and he even
Hold on. So show me. I want you to show me
yeah.
him intercepting Paw like completely, and also like prove this was like a full power Bancho Tenin.
Wait, I'm sending the scans.
Thank you.
Um, Yeah, all I'm hinting at is reaction, right? Because you're saying this ability blitz Naruto, which isn't the case. Like Naruto literally reacts to it.
Okay, so here's the
Hello?
issue, right? If Paw is like behind Naruto, right, or super far away, farther away from Pain than Naruto is, right, and then Pain like pulls him. Of course, Naruto's gonna be like, "Yo, wait,
Why is
he's
he
getting
behind
yanked."
Naruto?
Hold on, I'm not even done. If he says, "Yeah, stop yanking my frog buddy," my frog master, that's not a good feat at all. Like, even if it's faster than him, if Paw is farther away from Pain than he is, even if it's on the side, whatever, I don't care what you think he is. Even if you say he's on the side, but the point is that he's farther away than Naruto is from Pain. Of course, Naruto's going to be able to respond. If someone's twice as fast as you are, but they start at a spot three times farther away than you, right? They're gonna get there after you do because they're three times farther away. So that 2 times speed difference is irrelevant because the distance is so great. Because speed equals distance over time, which I hope you
Yeah,
knew.
but being 2 times faster than someone doesn't mean you can blitz them, right? Two
Oh
times
my
faster would
god,
still
it
be in
was
the same
just an
speed tiers and like
example.
versus
It's
battle
just
weakiest.
okay, hold on. First of all, hold on. First of all, Versus Wiki is the place that has 2 times
Well,
faster
then
is
it
a
was
speed
a bad
blitz. You
example.
can speed blitz within a tier. I hope you know.
What?
If you hold on, you can speed blitz within a tier. I hope you know that because MFTO plus goes up to like 1,000 times faster than
No,
light
that's why tiers are
to
made.
any higher like finite value, right? So are you telling me that if I'm 1,001 times the speed of
I
light
mean,
and you're
obviously,
10
but Naruto
quadrillion
characters aren't
times
in
the
those
speed of
values.
light, you can't wait. Okay, so I'm just telling you that just because you're in the same speed tier on Battle Wiki doesn't mean that you can't
But
speed
that's a
blitz someone
straw
in the
man. You're
same.
nitpicking my argument. Just how you've been
Oh my god, no,
complaining.
I'm
Just how
not.
you've been
No, I'm not.
complaining
You want
about
me
it.
to hold
Right?
on?
I'm
I
talking
can
about
tell
the
you how
lower
I'm not
speed tiers,
nitpicking. No,
not
that
the
was
one
just
without
an
a limit.
example. That was just an example, dude. That was literally just an example.
It's a
Okay,
nitpick.
okay.
Just how
How
you've been
fast? No,
complaining
it's not
about
a
it.
nitpick. How? Okay, that's literally your main argument right now. How is that me nitpicking if I'm attacking your literal main argument head on like a truck? What are you on about? Do you know what nitpicking means? You said you did
That's not
earlier, but I
okay.
don't
My
think you
main
do.
argument, if you hadn't nitpicked it, was that in versus battles, there's tiers, right? Not the one with no limits. The other tiers would still have like a 2 times, like being
all
two
that
times
would mean
faster would
hold
still
on
be in the same tier.
all that would mean is you think my example's bad. It doesn't mean that I nitpicked. So you obviously don't know what nitpicked means like you said you did
Yeah, if your
earlier.
example's bad,
You're
your
just
argument is bad.
hold on. I'm saying if you what you're saying is correct, right? Even if I were to grandstand that, what I said about nitpicking still stands because you're trying to act like I'm dumb when you're the one who doesn't know what nitpicking is, right? So I just want to straighten that out that you don't know what nitpicking is and I do.
Sure,
So
sure.
now that we got off of that, right? I'll explain why my example still stands, right? Because there are other tiers. Like even if you say like oh yeah, well 2 times is bad, it doesn't matter because that was just an example, right? That wasn't me saying, oh yeah, Paul was literally 3 times
Yeah, if your
and
example's
Pain is
bad, then your argument
literally two
falls apart
times.
because your
No, it
argument is
doesn't.
based on
No,
that
no, no,
example.
no, 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 no.
It's
You're
just
just
your rhetoric being
no.
bad. So
No,
you
it's
can't give
not.
solid
Stop
analogies to
interrupting me.
support your
Stop
argument.
interrupting me using
Yes, it
rat
is.
tactics and being a spurg and saying you're not a
I mean, if you're
sophist.
gonna
You're using
monologue,
sophistry and
no
rat
way, and
tactics.
there's
I'm
no other
literally
way I
not.
can
I'm
talk, then
literally
yes,
not
I'm gonna interrupt
monologuing.
you.
Define monologuing because you obviously don't know what words mean. Okay. Now either define monologue or let me speak.
Obviously, I'm using,
Obviously, I'm
obviously,
using.
I'm using
Obviously, I'm
it as
using. Yeah, hurry up.
holy fuck. This is you keep interrupting me. Obviously, I'm not using monologuing hyper literally. I'm just comparing what you're doing, right, to monologuing, right? It's called a metaphor, a simile. I don't
Yeah,
know
a
how to
bad metaphor.
say this in
Yeah,
English,
yeah, I
but
know what you're saying. Metaphor or simile. Simile is when you use the words like or as, but I know what
right?
you're talking about. So basically, what I'm getting at to you, right, is that my example was just a simple equation, right? My point is that the distance, as long as it's like the distance between like you and the person and the distance between like this other object and the person. If the distance between them and you is greater than the distance between you and them, if it's to a decent enough degree, then even if they're faster than you to whatever degree, they can still get there
Yeah, I
after you, even
understand
though they're
that. I
okay. So
understand
you
that.
understand. So why
I
did you
understand
attack my
that.
analogy and say, "Oh yeah, your argument falls apart"? If you understood my point, you're either being a sophist or a
Because
rat
okay,
or both.
because Naruto literally reacts as soon. Hey, Naruto literally reacts as soon as the frog gets pulled.
Well, there's
Like
no
as
time
soon,
frame given,
like
so you can't
quite
really say
literally,
that.
as soon as frog gets pulled, he reacts.
You can't say that
What?
because there's no time frame given because it's a manga scan. I hate when people
No,
try
I'll
and
show
I
you.
hate
I'll
when
show
people
you.
try.
I'll show you. Wait, I'll send you the screen.
I hate when people try and assign time frames to manga and like comic book
I'm
pages
not.
when
You
there's
see
no
him? He's
assigned
in the
time
same
frame. You
spot.
said, you
Oh my god!
said,
You haven't even
you
heard my
said, you
argument, Ray.
said, you
Who are you
said,
debating
you
right now?
said
Who are you
you said
debating right now? What argument are
as
you
soon.
attacking?
Stop interrupting me.
Hey,
Didn't you
yo,
just get
yo,
mad at
yo,
me for
Kobe,
interrupting?
No, I
Kobe,
just asked
just
you
let the man
what
speak.
argument are you attacking? Because I haven't even made it.
I'm telling you, I was literally dead smack in the middle of telling you what you said and then what I said was in refute to that. So are you gonna let me speak this time?
No, but okay, wait.
No,
You're
okay.
attacking an argument without an explanation. I just made a claim, and
Okay,
then you
explain
haven't
it.
heard the explanation. Maybe
Okay,
you should hear
explain it.
the
You had stopped
explanation
talking.
first.
You had stopped talking. So continue.
Okay, so I sent the scan in Debate Arena 1, right? Where Payne literally uses Bansha Tenning, right, without announcing it. On Pa, right? Pa gets caught off guard visually. And then Naruto, when Pa is seemingly in the same distance as where he started from, Naruto reacts and says Grandpa Sage.
Are you done? Can I speak now without you interrupting me?
I'm not speaking, so yeah, I'm done.
Okay, because last time I talked when you stopped talking, you got mad and say, "Ah, I didn't explain the context." So are you sure you're done?
Oh my god. You can be sarcastic like that. It's not gonna help you in anything.
No, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm dead. That's literally what just happened, okay? Because I hate when I debate someone and then they interrupt
No,
me
it's just
and
you're
say and
attacking a
give
claim,
excuses
not
for
even an
interrupt me,
argument, which is
and then when I do the
retarded.
same thing to you, you get super mad and triggered because that's literally what just happened. So basically, right, my argument
I'm not
is
even mad right now.
after you said like, oh yeah, Paul as soon as he got yanked, Naruto noticed, and I'm saying. You can't say that, right? You can't say as soon as he gets yanked because there's no time frame given. This is a manga. There's no given time frame unless there's a stated time frame. You can't say that. Otherwise, when there's a
My
like a
point still stands.
wait, I'm not even done. You got mad at me for not letting you explain the context, but you're doing the same thing. You're being a hypocrite, Thomas. I don't like hypocrites. So
I'm not
basically,
talking
what
right
I'm
now.
getting at, right, is the fact that if there's no time frame, you can say literally whenever a character in like a manga, like whenever there's like they walk to another place, you can say, oh yeah, they teleported there because they got there instantly. But no, they just don't have a time frame because it's a manga. You can't assign time frames arbitrarily. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
That's not even what I said, but fine. I didn't even use a time frame. I used Pa being visibly the same, about the same distance from where he started being pulled, and Naruto reacting. Meaning
Okay.
Naruto most likely reacted as soon as the Bansha Tenning happened.
Okay, what landmarks did you use to determine he was in almost the same spot? Because if you look at the initial place where Paul was pulled from, you literally can't see anything behind him. So what are you even using as a landmark right now?
I'm using his size, his reference to size.
Okay, his reference of size. Okay. So the issue with what you're saying right
Yeah.
now is you're not pixel scaling him, dude. When you look at the first scan, right? When you look at the first
I mean,
scan,
you want me to pixel scale him? It's not that hard. It'll take me like 2 minutes.
oh my, yeah, sure. Oh yeah, perfect. Actually, not even five. That's perfect. I dare you to pixel scale it. I dare
Sure.
you.
Sure. Sure. Give me a minute.
Bet.
I actually used to like grind pixel scaling, but
Bet.
let me charge.
Alright, let's see who's the better math geek here, you or me?
Dude, I'm literally taking like 3 math classes right now, and one of them is calculus. So
Okay.
I don't think you're smarter than me.
I mean, it depends on what you think smart means, but you know, we're not gonna derail onto that.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Man, I need to stop giggling so much. I probably sound like the Joker.
Right, I got it. I mean, we will need pause size for. It shouldn't be that hard to grab.
Yeah, this should be fun. By the way, I'm having a great old time right now.
Yeah, me too. Here. Use palm measuring. Panel height. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Oh, by the way, you said you. I hope I'm not distracting you, but you said you didn't know how to say it in English. What's your first language?
Spanish.
Ah, cool. Reminds me of Devilman.
Right, that should be. Let me. No, I need to look at the data book for pause height.
Bet.
Holy fuck, I forgot. Bro, we haven't even gotten to like the main argument. Take ages. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, my sister's cat is attacking the cord from my headset. Freaking Spurg.
Bro, I should probably pause my recording. Holy fuck, it's been paused the whole time. Damn, I lost that
Oh
shit.
my god, what?
Yeah, I paused the recording for where like you were getting the skin and I forgot to unpause it.
Oh, nah. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Let me make
Wait,
sure
you're
I
still
didn't do
gonna
anything with
slide the
one.
recording, right?
I will, yeah, because I want everyone to know that I won.
Okay, you're Naruto height.
Oh
You're
damn, he's that
Naruto height.
confident.
Where the fuck is Pa?
Yeah.
Bro, I find a bunch of irrelevant frogs, but I can't find Pa.
Dang, why you gotta do them like that, bro? Call them
I've seen it.
irrelevant.
It was literally like the ceiling frog.
Oh, I don't
Bruh.
even know which one that is. Oh, you mean the scroll one?
Yeah. Yeah, the scroll one, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yo, I'm gonna
Holy
get some
bro, I can't
water.
find I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yo, I'm gonna get some water and go to
Yo,
the
you kind
bathroom.
of
I'm gonna be
sound,
right back.
you kind of sound like,
Sure.
I swear to God, Koki kind of sounds like the hype version of like Pound Town.
Oh, I don't know who Pound Town is, so
Bro,
I'm just
can
gonna.
anyone give
I'm gonna
me
be right
the
back.
pod data book again? How is
Kind
it
of
not
does.
here? What the fuck? Bro, I'm banned from Google. What? Wait. No, it's because I was using a VPN.
Yeah, that's sad.
I got bitches on my thing.
All right, I'm back. What I miss?
Bro, I still can't find it for some reason. I might use like a picture of Jiraiya. Should be.
Okay, I suppose.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it doesn't say his height. Here's Jiraiya's height.
By the way, is Pound Town considered like good in the server? Because I've heard about him, but I don't know who he is.
I mean, I was Mac Pound Town a shit ton of times, but some people think he's good.
Oh, okay. So it's one of those cases. Okay.
He's not bad. Like I wouldn't say he's like ass, but he's not really that good. Like he lacks knowledge.
Yeah.
That's
So he's one of those people.
that's
He's
what
like
I'd say.
okay, but he's not as like good as he doesn't live up to all the clout, basically.
I don't think he has that much clout. It's just the server doesn't necessarily have like a lot of high tier players.
Ah, I get that. Okay.
Pound Town. I've heard a lot of Pound Town clout because he's like conjoined at the hip by a Dead Boy, and Dead Boy's a lot of clout. That's where I've seen most of it come from.
I don't understand why Dead Boy has so much clout.
I don't know. Maybe because he's Jester. Like I don't know.
Maybe I think he has like packing clout. That might be
Probably.
it.
But no, I've seen a lot of debating clout for Dead Boy too. Actually.
Yeah, especially from in
Yeah, I
betweener. Oh
got
my god.
everything.
Didn't he
Yeah.
say Dead Boy should be like above me? Like what the heck, bro? Like Dead Boy's not bad.
Yeah.
Don't get me
How?
wrong, but
Why?
like
Listen.
It makes no sense.
Listen. Cook. I gotta tell you about the time that he damn near argued Dead Boy was no luck level, bro. That shit was funny.
what? Oh my god, nah. That's a yikes. Okay, me and Dead
Like,
Boy are
bro,
homies, but
listen,
like,
man. Like every other, like, bro, this nigga. Wait, bro. This nigga would like be gathering like Dead Boy knowledge, and then like you come at me to convince me as to why he's better than you. I haven't been convinced yet. This is one time you tried to scale him to no luck, bro. That one was funny. Ah, holy shit.
yeah, that's a yeah. Nah, in
That was
betweener just wants to be better than me. So like, and he wants other people to be better than me because he's still mad that I beat him on Flash versus Dovahkiin back in the day. Good times, good times.
wasn't it almost a year ago?
Yeah, he came at me like a few months ago. I think it was like 3 months or something. No, actually, the debate was like a year and a half ago. Like not even just a year. And like he came at me like I think it was like 4 months ago, talking about, bro, we gotta re-debate Flash versus Dovahkiin, bro. People like still crap on me for that. I'm like, I mean, okay, like sure, because like I'm gonna record it, so he's not gonna be able to rat and say he won. So if he loses on that again, that'd be really bad. So he like it's funny because he said, "Oh what? You know what?
Bro,
Never
he still
mind."
gets. Yo, Coogie. Hold on. He still gets mad at me when I said he lost to Deadpool. He still gets mad at me for that.
Bro,
A month later.
That's
I
funny.
literally 21 centimeters. Like, bro, this man's tiny.
Ew.
Okay, let me get this formula.
Hmm. Your English is pretty good though, like actually.
I mean, I've been debating for a while, so it's kind of like progressively better.
I couldn't even tell that English wasn't your first language.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling about it at first, but I wasn't like I didn't have my suspicions confirmed until he said he didn't know how to say like a I think it was either a word or like a phrase in English, so that just confirmed my suspicions.
See, it was semen. Semi. I still have no idea how to say it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Uh, okay, object size 21 centimeters. Panel height.
You know, Thomas reminds me of
21
someone
centimeters.
besides Devilman, but I can't put my finger on it. Debated. Does he remind you of anyone?
No, not really.
Okay. Yeah, you need to get out more. You need to meet more people.
Mm.
Hey, Thomas, how long have you been in the debate community? You said 2 years?
No, no. I've been like almost a year, but I took like some breaks from it.
Oh, you said almost a year. Okay. Was when did Devilman
Yeah.
stop existing? Have you ever heard of a guy called he used to call himself Devilman?
No, I'm not really like in the CrossFitters community.
Oh, okay, okay. I get that.
So
I mean, I don't agree with that. Like, inverse is good, but you know, like I understand where you're coming from.
Because you're a rat.
Not. I mean, if you would have said I was a crossverse goon, I wouldn't have
And it's
disagreed
harder
with
for you to
you. But
rat on
like,
it's hard for rat for you to with inverse,
I mean,
and it's
I
harder for
hate
you to rat on
CrossFitters,
inverse
but
than this, basically.
I mean, all
I
wait,
hate
wait.
it
If you
so
have
much.
trouble dealing with rats and crossverse, you're just not that good at dealing with rats because I have no trouble beating bubbles in crossverse. So I don't know what you're on about. Also, other rats like Kenny.
I had a lot of trouble beating bubbles. I think I
All I
barely beat him.
said is that for you, Coogie, it's easier for you to rat and crossverse than it is for me.
Oh,
All
for
I said.
me, you're just a spurg. Nah.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was funny though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay, I think
Man,
it should be good.
I can't wait to freaking get a ride, like my new car, bro. It's gonna be dope. Kicking people in the head all day.
This angles are shit. They're just badly drawn.
Yeah, blame the art
I
style.
actually
Blame the
got
art style.
yeah. This is slightly. This is the results I got are not accurate. Oh wait, I'm not gonna do anything. I got that he's actually farther away, and oh wait, that makes sense. I, I'm gonna just grab the pixel cog. I don't think they're accurate either way.
Cool.
If you wanna, I got that he moved for.
You said for what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I got that he moved about like. Yeah, I got that he moved like uh he moved. He should have moved like about 4 meters or like 3 meters.
Right. Okay. Sure. So he moved like
Hello.
3 to 4 meters. That's fine. Okay. So Naruto moved his head a few centimeters in the time it took him to move a few meters. That's like Like, do I have to explain why that's not a feat for Naruto?
Yeah, but it still shows that the Bansha Tenning like doesn't blitz Naruto, right? And like pixel cogs don't necessarily need to be like spot on accurate, and we still see like from our visible view distance they're about the same,
Dude, okay.
right? Because I can show you like a bunch of inconsistencies in
Yeah,
Naruto
about this.
scaling with like pixel cogs.
Sure, sure. I mean, you're the one who volunteered to make a pixel calc. But
I mean, you're the one that I.
well, I mean, okay, listen. I said like, oh, like, how far away was he? You were like, I can make a pixel calc, and I was like, bet. I just agreed with you. I didn't bring it up. Okay. Listen, I might have been
Sure, but
thinking about
like
bringing it up,
pixel
but I
cogs are
didn't
like
bring it
something
up.
we should base. Yeah, but like pixel cogs, like they're a thing we can base off of, right? To like get an estimate, right? But I don't think they're like spot on accurate, right? And like based off this estimate, we can still derive that Naruto reacted, right, before he moved like a huge distance.
I mean, it like what? Okay, listen. He didn't move a huge distance in the grand scheme of things, but when it comes to comparing, Naruto moving his head a few meters is a big deal. Like I don't know if the judges like where they're from, but like like a few meters, right? Like a meter is like over a yard, right? And the yard is 3 feet. Like that's compared to like a few centimeters, and 1 centimeter is less than an inch. I think 2 centimeters is like an inch or something like that. So if we're doing the conversions, like that's a really big deal, dude. Like if you moved a few inches and compared to like 9 whole feet in like a few inches, let's round and say a foot. Let's be generous. Let's say Naruto moved his head a whole
I
foot,
mean, you gotta
12
understand that
inches.
Naruto wasn't necessarily like. You gotta understand that Naruto wasn't necessarily like trying to move towards Ba. Like he was waiting to catch him, right?
Well, you're using it as like a waiting to catch him. Okay, well that's even worse because you said, oh, well, it's reaction speed. He's reacting in the time it takes Paw to get from here to here. That
Yeah,
was
he
your initial
does
claim.
react. He
We have
does
that on
react
recording.
and
We
wait
have
for
that on
him to
recording.
like catch him.
Yeah. So if he reacts, right, and that's what we're calcing is the reaction, right? Paul only moved, like 3 meters, which is the equivalent of over 9 feet. You say four, like somewhere between 3 and 4. 4 meters would be, I believe, 12 feet. So if we say he moved somewhere in the middle of that, let's say he moved 10 feet, right? So he moved 10 feet, and the distance it took Naruto to move his head about 10 inches. Paw moved literally 10 times the distance as like Naruto did, like to react. Like the reaction speed is like not even that good of a feat. So yeah. Like his reaction speed is like 10 times less than Paw getting yanked through the air.
I mean, but we can't know. Like you said, there's no specific time frames. Like we can't know when he's like specifically reacted to it.
The time frame doesn't matter. It's a distance thing.
No, but he might have reacted before. That's just a panel, right?
Oh.
Before we don't know
Oh.
specifically when he reacted.
Oh, that's what you're arguing. Okay, yeah, I misunderstood. Okay, so all right, so if you like, what else will we go off of then? Like, because that was your entire argument.
No,
Like, you
I'm
say,
saying like,
well, he could have
yeah,
reacted
it's fine to
before,
go off of that, but that's not necessarily the case.
Okay, well, it's fine to go off of it. Then I'm going off of it. There we
But
go.
yeah, I still like think like your argument of like it blitzing Naruto is not really a good argument.
Well, then give me an
Since we
instance
know
to the
like
contrary,
specifically
because
like
this
with
one
the
didn't work.
KCM example. Yeah, that's what I was about to do. So like
Okay,
with the
please
KCM
do.
example, right? By your logic, like Naruto and KCM who reacted to the Banshee Tending should have been able to like stop it, right?
What?
With
No.
his feet, right? Should have been able to like plant his feet down, like stop him. But that's not what happened. Like he moved out of the way in the air when he was being pulled down, which implies his inability that catches you out of nowhere into the air,
First of all,
right?
I was arguing for Shinra Tensei, not necessarily Bancho Tenin
Yo,
when it
bro,
comes to the speed thing.
we should end this debate soon. Y'all been going for a while, like fucking 3 hours.
We've been going on for 3 hours. It felt like
No,
20
no,
minutes.
no. It's only been 1
No,
hour and
this is
20
way
minutes,
past
but
20 minutes, big dog.
listen, it's been an hour and 20 minutes,
It's
so
been
it's
1
not
hour.
that long. Yeah, it's been a little over an hour.
We've gotten nowhere.
What do you? An hour and 20 minutes?
Yeah, that's the exact time.
I'm
Bro,
sure
we've
it's an
gotten
hour and 30
nowhere.
minutes because like it started at 2:17 p.m. It's currently 4:01 p.m. for me. So
Yeah, I
We
mean, I've
started like
been.
at 2:30 in your time.
Let
Yeah, it
me see.
started at 7:43 and it's 9.
Yeah, I don't remember when we
We
started my
made the
time, but
announcement.
the recording,
Wait, you want to suspend the debate or what?
no.
the what?
According, wait, geek, wait,
Like I
geek.
can
We're the
keep
same. Yo,
debating.
Cookie,
Like
we're the same
I
time.
won't need to. I don't need to go to sleep or anything.
Wait, Cookie, we're the same time zone, right?
No. You're
What?
3 hours after
Wait,
me,
Cookie, we're the
debater.
same time.
You don't remember this? Come
Oh
on.
fuck,
We
never.
I'm on the West Coast, bro.
Yeah, listen,
West
listen.
side. Okay, let me stop. Let me
Cool
stop.
Never
geek.
mind.
We should conclude this point.
Never
It's
mind.
not really relevant.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Wait, can y'all just
Like
like slide me the recording and then
Yeah.
like
I don't even
give
know
it
what
to
this
the
point
judge?
was for. Like I don't even remember.
Okay, the point was that Bancho Tenin is like fast. You know, I was arguing that Bancho Tenin is not only strong but fast. Like,
Wait,
and you were saying like,
wait, how does
no,
that
it's
help
slow.
you?
Sure. The argument was
Wait,
because
well,
I was
how did that help you?
sure, yeah, because I was arguing that like Bancho Tenin and like Chibaku Tensei and stuff is like fighting, pain is like what do you call it? Because the Naruto and like the Nine Tails form, when he like broke out of like Chibaku Tensei and all that stuff, he couldn't like react and stuff, and you were saying like, oh yeah, wait, first of all, he couldn't react and it overpowered them both, and I was saying like that means that like you were trying to argue that like Sage Naruto like beat Pain, and I was like no, because he got outsped and overpowered by Pain's attacks, which means he's the strongest member of the Akatsuki because he has no anti feats. He has statements and no anti
Okay.
feats,
Like, and what was your like? So you're just basing it off that statement, right?
and he has no anti feats because I
So like,
provided the statements from the author
right? What if
and
I
the
said like
statement from Obito, and then you said, but he has anti feats though, and I was like, no, he doesn't, and then I showed that he had no anti feats. Go on.
not? I don't think I really implied that, right? So what if I said like Itachi just scaled above, right? And that statement is just a narrative statement,
Um,
right? Remember what I said at the beginning of
I
like
mean,
how that data books are within their own knowledge,
yeah,
right?
but
And that statement, like specifically the data book one, specifically states that even the notoriously strong members obey him, right? And Itachi didn't have like any reason to disobey him, because he was simply a spy,
I mean, if it was that simple,
right?
pa- um,
And then I said like the other statement from Obito,
I'm sorry, go on.
right? The other statement from Obito, like is really contradicted by the fact that like Minato thinks like Obito's stronger than him, right? So he's clearly just saying like a hyperbole of like, oh, Pain who's portrayed or like seen as this unstoppable,
Okay, hold
all-knowing
on,
being because he was like
hold on. I
seen
don't
as
want
a
to go.
literal god in the Rain Village.
Hold on, because I don't want to go on ad nauseum here, because this is the exact point you brought up to make us bring up the speed and AP point. Because after you said, "Oh yeah, Minato thinks Obito is stronger than him," but then I brought up the fact that like, because you said like, "Oh yeah," because Minato can base this off of seeing the fight with Naruto, and then I just brought up, well, the thing is, Pain first of all was
And
nerfed,
oh,
and
and
B, Naruto was
Jiraiya, he
getting
said
doo on.
Jiraiya as well.
Oh yeah, and Jiraiya, the fact that he beat Jiraiya,
And
well,
he said Jiraiya as
Jiraiya
well.
didn't even fight all six paths
Do
of
you have
pain at
any?
the same time and do anything. As soon as
That's
like the
fine.
other
They
three
should
showed up, he
still be
died.
as powerful, or even more powerful.
Yeah, the pain should be more powerful than Jiraiya. I
They
agree.
should. Yeah, he should. What? No, that's not what I said. I said they should even be more powerful when fighting Jiraiya, right? And Pain acknowledges him and
Sure.
even states that
Yeah.
like he could have beaten him, which is a sign of relativity,
No. Okay, wait. First of all,
right? So
he
I think,
said,
are you
hold
fine with
on, hold
like
on.
Pain and Jiraiya being relative?
No, because first of all, I agree that like the paths of pain were stronger in the Rain Village. That's fine and everything, but like I said like a few seconds ago, Jiraiya didn't fight like the Diva path, which was the one giving Naruto like trouble. So it's implied to be the strongest. So yeah, he didn't fight the stronger like all of the time, which is like not the same thing as fighting all of them at the same time, which is what Itachi would be doing. And two,
Well, he does fight all of them at the same time. He
um,
does.
and he dies
At the
like
end.
instantly.
At the
Yeah.
end, while like extremely fatigued.
Wait,
No,
wait,
not
hold on,
really. At
hold
the end,
on.
while extremely fatigued.
Well, wait. Extremely fatigued from what? I want to hear you say it.
That data book statement, as there's a data book that says that he was extremely fatigued.
That's not what I'm
I'll show
talking
you.
about, Thomas. That's not what I'm talking. Why was Jiraiya extremely fatigued? Like, what was he
What are you
doing that
talking
made him
about?
tired? What did he do to make him tired?
The data book says that it's because of the battle and because his arm got cut.
Yes, because of the battle. The battle with 3 pains. If he was so tired from fighting 3,
No, it
and then there
specifically
are
states
3
like I'll
more,
send it. I'll
and
send
then
it
his arm got cut off. Why? Because it got one-shotted off by one of those paths of pain.
because he was caught off guard by a pain. You know, pain literally states like he arrives and says, "Jiraiya, you shouldn't have put your guard down." And here
Okay.
it says like he has lost his left arm and is in no condition to fight because of his arm, not
Okay.
necessarily fatigued from the fight.
Okay,
That
look.
was my bad. I should have read the same better.
Okay, yeah, you should have read it better. But
Right? And then
also,
he
but
literally
hold on.
and then
Jiraiya has
wait.
Sage mode. He has
This is what I wanted
precog.
to show you.
Oh, yeah, go on then.
Not we know like only Naruto, who's a perfect sage, has precog. Not necessarily Jiraiya has it, right? And
No.
based off like the osteopath statement that he literally says like, Jiraiya, don't put your guard down. Basically meaning that Jiraiya had his guard down in that moment.
Okay, hold on.
So
Hold on.
I wouldn't really consider it.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this without like insulting you. So hold on one second. Okay. So okay, wait. Why would Pain know about Sage mode's precog? Is he a sage?
He's an all-knowing being.
You're
I'm
okay.
kidding.
Okay, I was about to
But there's
say.
no like my point was yeah, I'm not kidding. That was a joke. But my point was Jiraiya has never been seen to have a precog. Like even like in like Sage mode, he couldn't sense when where the animals were. Like Ma has to say like I'll do it. I know where he is.
Well, that's
Right?
different.
But like Jiraiya didn't even know where he was.
Yeah, that's different.
What?
So, all right, here let me explain. So, the thing about like Ma explaining like the invisible thing is a little bit different than like what I was talking about. Um, and when it comes to like the off guard thing, that would just mean that the pains he was fighting are just that much superior to him that they like were able to quote unquote catch him.
No, because he then reacts to them when he's like with he then reacts to them without an arm.
I mean, you can say that, but okay, think of it this way, right? If
But that's what literally happened.
sure, yeah. So let me explain it to you, right? So the thing about like Jiraiya and saying like, oh, he was off guard and oh yeah, he what do you call it? He he got hit, from behind or whatever. If you have precog and someone's like faster than you, even if you can react to them
But
like a little bit, that doesn't mean you can
you would
react
have
to
to
them
prove he
fully.
has precog.
Okay, here,
You would have to prove he has
let me go on to
precog.
explaining that because you didn't let me give the context. Remember earlier when you said, "Oh, you didn't let me provide the context"? Well, you're doing that to me, buddy. So let
Sure,
me
go ahead. Go
explain.
ahead.
Okay,
My
yeah.
bad.
So pretty much, right? Why Jiraiya would have precog is we know that his Sage mode is the exact same one as Naruto's, just a little worse, right? It's just imperfect. Now the thing about Naruto's precog is he can sense things happening that were like on the like literal other countries. Like he was on like an island, and when he's like sensing things that are going on in like totally separate countries, you know what I mean? Which is like a really big deal.
Okay,
So even if you
Cookie, I'm
say,
gonna
hold on,
stop you
no,
right
you're
there.
not going to. I'm not going to let you. So even if you say that, Jiraiya's precog is worse, to what degree? To literal thousands of times difference?
No,
I don't think
okay.
so.
Okay, so I think like you can't say that they're the same, right? Because
I
you
didn't
then
say that.
literally stated that Jiraiya has an imperfect stage build, right?
I never
And
said they
we
were the
literally
same.
know that like the osteopath. Okay, so we literally know that like the animal path summoned the pains before that, right? And Jiraiya doesn't even sense them there. Like he says, like he literally states, like I'm not gonna let you summon anymore. When he just summoned people, right? And he has no idea they're there, right? Then he
Hold on.
leaves the fight, right? When the paints are literally around him, right? He leaves the fight thinking he beat all three paints, implying that he can't sense anyone there, right? And then the osteopath blitzes him, catches him off guard, states that he caught him off guard, right? And then after that, like Pa and Jiraiya are talking like, "Holy shit, when did he summon them?" Right? And then they go back and thinking throughout the fight, and he's, "Oh, they must have summoned them there."
You're missing the
Right?
point. You're missing
Implying
the
that they had
entire
no idea
point.
they were there. I'm not. I'm just like
Yes,
showing
you
you
are.
that Jiraiya doesn't have any sensing or precog.
Okay.
There's no signs of it, and you have yet to
Okay. Have you
prove
heard
it.
of the Dunning-Kruger effect?
No.
Okay. I might explain that to you after the debate. I'll educate you on it. So, but I don't want to derail right at this second. The main point of it is that if you're missing the point, you wouldn't know you're missing the point, right? Unless you're a rat and you're just like pretending that you know, even though you know for a fact that you don't. And I'm gonna assume you're not a rat right now, right? So, basically, you're missing the point because I'm not saying that Jiraiya's Sage Mode is exactly the same as Naruto's. I'm just saying that Naruto's precog is
You're
so
saying he has
good,
precog.
even if you think that Jiraiya's precog is worse than his by like a million
No, I
times.
think he doesn't
Even
have
if
a
it's hold
precog.
on, hold on, hold on. Even I no,
I think
okay,
he
I
doesn't
misspoke.
have a precog.
I misspoke. Relax. If Jiraiya's Sage Mode is worse than Naruto's by thousands of times, millions of times even if you think that, which is obviously wrong, right? But even if you say sure, his is weaker by by a million times, Naruto's Sage Mode, like the precog on it, is so good that it was stated, like keep in mind, it was stated that Sage Mode had like precog like inherently. That's part of the like the Sharingan, right? So if you think that Naruto has precog and Jiraiya Sage Mode is the same, just worse, right? Just
Uh-huh.
imperfect. Jiraiya has to have precog by logical necessity. You said you debate IRL, so I'm assuming you know what logical necessity means, right?
Yeah, and what you're saying makes no sense. I mean, if you're talking about like modal necessity, right? You know, like logical fact, like that's not how it's used, my God. Like,
Okay.
but sure, I'll just address what you're saying, right? Um, so I don't think like when Naruto has precog is when he uses frog kata, right? Which is a specific ability.
Do you know what
The
frog
other
kata
thing is that he has
is?
sensing.
Wait, do you know what kata means?
No, but it's an ability. It's in the jutsu data, and then we literally see him like amp up to use it.
Okay, right. So, the thing about Frog Kumite is when Naruto is training with Mon Pa, it's literally just the way the frogs fight. Now, if Jiraiya literally has
It's a
two
jutsu.
frogs on his shoulder, yeah, taijutsu is a jutsu, yes. So listen, if it's literally just the way frogs fight, it's in everything they do,
You're
right?
missing the point.
No, I'm not missing the point. You're missing the point. You need to just listen and stop interrupting me and saying that I'm interrupting you because that's not okay. So basically, what I'm saying, right, is that if it's a frog like ability, right, and Jiraiya literally has two frogs literally attached to his shoulders, right? They're biologically attached to him, or at least via chakra. I don't care what you think. They're attached to him. He fights the way frogs fight. He literally turns into a toad when he uses Sage Mode. Like, not fully, obviously. Like, don't nitpick that. But he starts transforming into a toad. So, yeah, he's using Frog Kumite when he fights. At least the toads on his shoulders are. So the toad should
Okay,
have saw something coming.
Frog Kume is not passive, and you have that would be your burden, right? If you wanted to prove it
I
was
never said it
passive,
was passive.
but it's clearly not passive. As every time it's used by Naruto, Naruto states that he's gonna use it, right? And the data book states it as well. It's also literally listed as a ninjutsu, right? If it was passive, it would be listed as an ability of Sage Mode, right? But it's listed as a separate Sage Mode jutsu, right? When we see Naruto use it the both times in the work and in the pain arc, he literally has to amp up himself, right? And we see like this aura around them in the pain arc, right? So it's
Hold
it's
on, hold
not
on,
it's
hold on,
not
hold on.
passive at all. How you're implying.
Hold on, I need to eat this seaweed real quick, and I'll tell you why that's retarded. Hold up. Yeah, sorry about that. So the aura thing is just, I don't know why you'd bring that up, because that's a different Frog Kumite ability, right? So Frog Kumite, again, is the way frogs fight, right? One of the aspects of
No,
Frog
no, it's
Kumite
not.
is the aura
It's
thing.
an
That's
ability
one
of
that's
Sage Mode.
one that's one of their abilities, right? Is, the aura thing, which is totally separate than the precog. I don't know why you'd like try to say those are the same thing, or even imply. You didn't outright say it, I know, but you implied it, right? Which is
No,
fallacious
it is. It is the
inherently.
same
You
thing.
think
With the
that the
aura things
aura is
comes
the
from
same?
Kata, which gives you
Okay,
precog.
no. The aura is what lets Naruto punch the air and punch you at the same time, right? It's literally that. That has nothing to do with
Right, it's
precog.
a jutsu.
Show
It
me
comes
that
from the
aura.
same jutsu.
Show me that aura gives you precog right now, or you concede the point.
It comes from the jutsu, the frog kata, which gives you precog.
Okay. Exactly, right. So I'm arguing that frog kata, right, frog kumite, however you want to pronounce it, right, that is the way frogs fight. Within the way frogs fight, there are numerous
No, it's
techniques.
not. It's
There's
not.
there's
They don't
punches,
always fight
there's
like that.
punches, there's punches, kicks, all that stuff. And then there's the weird aura thing where they punch you with their aura, and then there's precog. Those are all aspects, right? Just because you could turn on the aura and stuff, and
They don't
it's
always
weird.
fight like that.
Just but
Like the specific instance you're
okay, go on.
they don't always fight like that. The specific instance that you're saying was when Naruto was specifically training frog kata to learn it as an ability. Right? You haven't proven that it's passive at all.
I never said it was passive.
Like that's the way they just fight. That's
I
not.
just said that Jiraiya would use it when he has two frogs literally attached to his body.
Yeah, but the frogs don't use it like that. Frog kata is a taijutsu. It's not a taijutsu ability, but it's an ability that comes with punching and kicking, like you said. The frogs weren't punching and kicking, so why would they use kata?
Oh my god, because they're literally attached to his body. Like, what? Okay, listen, Thomas.
Yeah,
Are
no,
you
no,
listening?
no. But
Are you
okay,
listening? Are you
then
listening?
why? Okay, no, it's just I don't think you
No.
understand at
Oh my
all.
god,
Like
you're
I literally
okay.
giving you like reasons why like the frogs didn't sense the pains, right? They didn't know the pains were there. Then they state they didn't know the pains were there. Pain states that he catches Jiraiya off guard, right? Then I showed you like Frog Kata being in a data book as a separate jutsu of Sage Mode, right? As a Sage Mode ability, right? Then you even stated that Frog Kata was used with kicks and punch, with which Pa and Ma weren't using when they were on the shoulders, right? And then
Bro.
you literally stated that Jiraiya's Sage Mode was imperfect, not the same
Bro.
as Naruto's Sage Mode.
Bro.
Like I've literally given you like 50
Bro.
reasons.
And I've debunked
Well,
literally all of them. Are you listening?
how?
Are you listening to me?
Now you're just acting delusional.
No. Okay, bro.
You're just
Okay,
saying like the
listen,
frog.
listen.
All you're saying, Kogi.
I'm
All
gonna
you're saying, Kogi, is
explain
like
the Dunning-Kruger effect to you right now. So essentially, right, if you don't know something and someone says, "Hey Thomas, you don't know this," but but you think you know this, right? Like you're confident. You're like, "Oh yeah, I know that," but you really don't. You wouldn't know that you don't know that because you don't know what you don't know, right? Which is the Dunning-Kruger effect. That applies to you right now. I just explained it to you. You just couldn't comprehend it, right? You
I,
just don't
I,
understand what I'm saying.
I think
So,
you're just arguing from incredulity at this point.
okay.
It's
Oh,
just
you think I'm
crazy.
arguing from incredulity? Yeah. Okay, buddy. So, what
Yeah,
I'm
you can't
getting at.
believe that you're wrong right now. That's
No.
literally what's
Okay.
happening.
Hold
Like
on. No.
your interpretation,
No.
Boogie, your interpretation of fraud kata is not only wrong, but it's just contradicted by several statements and things that happened.
Bro,
Right?
are you aware that
Like we
precog can
see,
be speed
like
blitzed?
you know,
Are
like
you
the
aware precog can be speed blitzed?
no,
Yes.
wait.
Yes. Answer
This
the
is what I
question.
was getting at
Answer the
because I knew
question
you were gonna
right
bring that
now. I
up.
don't
I was
care.
literally about to address that. And you
Okay,
cut me
go.
off.
Go. Counter my argument right
So
now.
when the animal path summons the other pains, it's like way before the Ashura path like attacks Jiraiya, right? We even see like Jiraiya walk, right? We even see like Jiraiya like physically stab a sword on all of the three pains, right? It's implied that some time happened, right? And they have frog kumite, right? And the frog summons the pains in that very hole that Jiraiya is, right? And Jiraiya has this massive sensing, right? He's just walking around
I
casually,
never said it was
sticking
massive.
a sword into the pains to kill them.
I literally
Oh yeah, if it isn't
grandstand.
passive.
I'm literally
Okay, cool.
grandstanding that
If
the
it
range.
isn't passive,
Hold
then
on, I
what's your
didn't.
reason?
Okay, I never you keep trying to say that I'm arguing that his precog is the same as Naruto's. I literally grandstanded earlier that his precog could be millions of times worse, which sure, let's say his precog is millions of times worse. All that means is that Naruto's precog can sense the other side of the planet, and Jiraiya's precog can only sense a few inches in front or behind of his body. So he just knows when you're about to hit him by a few centimeters or inches, right? That doesn't mean that he can sense the entire freaking labyrinth that they were in, dude. I never claimed that. You keep strawmanning me, saying I'm
Hey,
claiming
but
things I
wait. You
never
just
ever
dropped the
said.
D. Wait. Coogie. You said it wasn't passive, right? You said it wasn't passive,
Sure, yeah.
right?
The
Okay,
way
so
frogs fight.
tell me
Which if
one
there's
reason why
frogs
Jiraiya would be using his.
because there's
But you
frogs
just said it
attached
wasn't
to his
passive.
body. Yeah. It's only when they're using frog techniques. For instance, if you start turning into a toad, if you literally become a frog, and if there are two frogs,
Can you show me
literally.
that? Because that's not the case.
Wait. It's literally okay, listen. Look at Jiraiya's face in the databook scan. You
No, wait.
literally
Let
showed
me ask you this.
he has.
Oh my god.
Bro, it's stated that he becomes a frog when he
No,
goes sage
dude, you're
mode.
so wrong.
That's my
It's
argument. What are
just
you on
that.
about? So wrong. What am I wrong about?
Ask me this. Wait. Tell me this, Kogi. If Jiraiya was using frog kata in that moment, then why wasn't frog kata listed in the data book till the fourth data book?
Because it's
And why was
literally a
only
spoiler.
Naruto
It's
showing you?
literally a spoiler, bro. What are you on about? It's a spoiler. Why would Kishimoto
What do you mean a
spoil his
spoiler?
own series in advance? Why would you say that? Why would you
Spoil
even say
what?
that? Why would Kishimoto spoil
What?
an
No, I'm
ability
saying
that's not
if
supposed to be
Jiraiya
in the
could
manga
use.
for literal days or years, or I don't know how long it took for that to come out? But still, you get the picture.
No. If Jiraiya was using this ability, this Sage Mode ability, then why wasn't it listed in the third data book? Or why wasn't Jiraiya listed as one of the
Because
users in the fourth data book?
it was
And why
supposed to
is
be a
it
cool moment
Coogie?
when
And why is there
Naruto
so
does
many
it, bro.
contradictions and Jiraiya just
It's
not
not a
sensing the pain?
contradiction. It's not a
Why
contradiction. It's not a. He just gets speed
there
blitzed.
is? There's
He
literal
just gets
statements
speed
that
blitzed.
contradict your
He just gets
interpretation.
speed blitzed, bro. How is that so hard for you to comprehend?
Can we
You
leave
can
this up to
speed
the
blitz
judges? Can
precog.
we leave this up to
Yeah.
the judges?
I like to wait, but before we leave it up to the judges, I like to
Alright,
point
so
out that Sasuke literally had his precog blitzed by Naruto, and it only took Naruto to get a few times buff. It wasn't even that big of a buff to start blitzing his precog. By the way.
okay, since you concluded, I'm gonna do a small conclusion as well. So basically, in this point, he was arguing that Jiraiya got blitzed by the Paint when Paint literally states that he caught him off guard, and then a weaker Jiraiya reacts to the same Paint, which he never addressed. Then Jiraiya even states that he didn't know that they were summoned, right? And already told them how they summoned them, even way before that. And if he had Frog Humate, he could have sensed them, right? Then Jiraiya wasn't even listed in the Frog Humate wasn't even listed in the third data book, so there's no proof that Jiraiya used it or could use it. He dropped that it was passive, and then Jiraiya wasn't listed as a user in the fourth data book. There's no reason to believe that Jiraiya could use it.
Oh my god, I hate when you do that.
We
Okay.
can move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I hate, man. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So what's your Itachi scaling?
Are you fine? Wait, are you fine with Jiraiya being relative to Pain?
No, that was literally that entire point. Literally, I was saying he's not relative because
Okay, so if I
he
won
was
that,
losing.
if I won that point, that would put Jiraiya relative to Pain.
Yeah, if you won the point, which you definitely did.
Okay,
But yeah.
cool. So my scaling is just my scaling is just Itachi over Orochimaru, relative to Jiraiya, relative to Pain.
Okay. Yeah, and I freaking
And
pain
what?
is I don't think pain is relative to Jiraiya. So yeah, we can just
I
since
mean,
we
but
already went
we
over
just
that,
finished
yeah, we can
that
leave that to
point,
the
didn't we?
judges. Yeah, we can leave that to the judges, and we can conclude now.
You want to conclude the whole debate?
Yeah, like what other points are there to go over? Like you want to go over like hacks, I guess.
I mean, I think like it's pretty obvious that Itachi can, like, if he's faster than Pain, he can one shot him, and it's pretty obvious that if Pain is faster than Itachi, yeah, Pain can one shot him. So it doesn't
Yeah,
really matter, in my
right,
opinion.
exactly. Yeah, see, exactly.
Um, so yeah, we can just conclude the whole debate.
Yeah, you can conclude first. The last of my seaweed. Oh no, I already ate
So
it.
yeah, okay, his scaling was okay. His scaling was based off like some like statements from some statements from like the data book and statements by like Obito. So the first statement just was a data book statement saying that like the all the other Akatsuki would obey him because he's really strong. And then I like express how that data book statement is within its own knowledge, and how like Itachi was just a spy, so there was no reason for him to like try to take over the Akatsuki and like challenge Pain, right? Then we went on to the other point where like Obito says he's unstoppable and all knowing Pain, right? That's just like he even states that it's referencing him in the Rain Village, right? As he was portrayed as a literal god and was called a god, right? Conan being the angel in the in the um in the Rain Village, right? And the same statement, like Obito literally states that Jiraiya was relative to him or somewhat relative to him. Then we went on to like the whole like if Bansha Tenin or Shibaku or Shinra Tensei was like a fast or not, and it gave like multiple interpretations to what it was, just like a hack's ability, since you can't really dodge it unless you have like air mobility. And it was just portrayed as a strong one. So like I think I won that point fairly easy. Then I also gave like um a contradiction to like the Obito statement by saying like oh, that Minato thought that Obito was way stronger than Pain, right? Even like saying Naruto that you need to get stronger. And like the contentions he brought up to this were literally like, I don't know, like they really didn't address my main point. They were really weird and I didn't even get them. Then we went on to like Jiraiya relative to Pain, right? And his only contention to this point was literally the fact that like Jiraiya got caught off guard by the Ashura path, right? Which I think and then he tried to arguing that it was a blitz, but then I think I won that point fairly like low diff. Like I expressed multiple contradictions to statements from Jiraiya. He had no proof Jiraiya could even use Frog Kata. He dropped that it was a that he was using passively. His only reason for like the frogs using it in that instance was because they were in Sage mode, right? But since he dropped it's not passive, they would have to use it. There's no reason for the frogs to use it if they're leaving the battlefield. Then I brought up how Jiraiya is not even a user, right? And he specifically stated that if I won that point, then Jiraiya would be relative to Pain, and then he basically just agreed to my whole other scaling. So I think Itachi would just blitz. That's my whole conclusion.
Okay, so my conclusion, I think I kind of stomped kind of hard because I was able to prove that first I gave the data book scan to say like Pain's the strongest member of the Akatsuki. Then I showed the scan from Obito. He tried to nitpick and say like, oh well, he's saying it and it's clearly hyperbole. But I was able to prove that like it wasn't just hyperbole, but it was context dependent. And I did give like the context, and then I did show like what the context was, and like Thomas never like refuted it like via the context. And then he tried to give contradictions, but I showed that his like because his only real contradiction was that like Pain lost to like Sage Naruto, but then he like agreed that like Sage Naruto like fought Pain and didn't even like win. Like even like he showed like, oh well, he was out of like he tried nitpicking like my words and saying, oh well he wasn't in Sage mode, when he got stabbed in the hands. But that wasn't even my main point. My main point was that he was in Sage mode and got dooted on. He never refuted that. Most of his refutations actually were just nitpicking like my words. And then he showed like, oh yeah, well, he reacted to like Paw getting yanked, but Paw literally moved a 10 times greater distance than Naruto did, roughly. Not trying to nitpick that or anything, but roughly a huge difference. Um, the Jiraiya thing, saying like, oh, Jiraiya was relative to pain. He took my main arguments out of context once again and tried, and then but I definitely like said that. First of all, Jiraiya only fought 3 paths of pain. As soon as all 6 showed up, he like died. He tried to say, "Oh, well, he died because of like him. He was tired and like bleeding out from the earlier like shot." He thought I meant like Jiraiya got speed blitz, but I clearly said like he got his arm one shotted off. That wasn't even a speed point. That was AP. The fact that his arm got ripped off, and also just the fact that 3 pains were pressing him in general when there's 6 of them, which is literally a 2 times difference. And also I brought up in the debate the fact that the main pain Jiraiya didn't even fight until the end. Like, it wasn't even the main pain that ripped off his arm. The one that was fighting Naruto, which was shown to be like way stronger. Jiraiya didn't fight that one until the end when he literally died. So all in all, I think I proved that's why Jiraiya isn't pain level. I think that's dumb. And also via that, the other scaling has literally no relevance because the main part is debunked. A chain is only as strong as the weakest link. So I debunked that, and he agreed that if pain is stronger and faster, he can like one shot. And then I did win the point about the speed blitzing thing, obviously. But yeah, that's my conclusion. Okay.
GG, man. I
Yeah,
think
GG.
Mugen said that you should send them the recording. And
Okay.
if he can send it to me, maybe I can send it to like someone else.
That
Heck
was
yeah.
the longest conclusion I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I
It
usually
was
try to.
pretty short.
I usually
It was
keep my
like 4
conclusions.
minutes.
Yeah, I usually keep my conclusions short and sweet, but Thomas gave a long conclusion. And I remember one time, like, someone said I lost because I didn't bring something up in my conclusion, even though I brought it up in the debate, so it shouldn't matter. But whatever. So I wanted to be thorough.
That's retarded. That's retarded.
That's kind
I
of
mean, if the judge
strange,
says
actually.
that, like, if the judge says you lost because you didn't bring in the conclusion in this debate, I'll straight up like debate the judge on why that's not a valid judgment.
That's actually like retarded. Actually, on
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Let me see. Shodan XD.
Because wait, hold on.
Shogun.
Because like the thing is like, is it like I don't know? Niggas really get angry when you bring up like when you have like a conclusion that's like really really long. I've people like listen. Some people have gotten at me for like long conclusions, and they would like knock points against me for having a long conclusion. It's wild.
Yeah.
Right.
See, that's
I
bad.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't think your conclusion should be super long,
anyway,
but I don't think it'd be super short. But yeah, Shogun,
I
like,
mean,
were you
it
here? Do
was
you
a
want to like
pretty
give your
long
input?
debate.
Yeah.
You want to give like your input, like what you think?
I don't really have too much to say on this, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I was just
Probably
asking.
slept through the whole thing.
Oh no, I was
I
paying
was
attention to
listen.
everything.
I
It's
was
just
yo
I'm not
Geek. I
really
would
in the know
say
about
listen,
this
Geek.
stuff.
I would say who won, but I wasn't here the whole time, and I had to leave because I was dying of sickness.
That's fine. Like you can say your opinion. We're still like gonna.
Yeah, I'm still gonna send it to
Bro,
everyone.
listen, bro, yo, Geek, man. Okay, my opinion is that, like I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good. Geek, bro, Geek's sophistry was even annoying me, and I was the spectator. That
What?
shit. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I wasn't the
Man,
only one
Wait,
this time. Leave
what
me
did you
alone.
say? Like,
no,
I mean,
bro.
I think you kind of fucked up because I said like I think I said it like 2 times that like Jiraiya reacted to to like the osteopath and the pains when he was like weakened, and you kind of like never refuted that. So I
Oh,
think that might fuck you up in the debate.
we'll see. I don't remember if I
Well,
said it or
who
not,
are y'all
so we'll
sending
see.
the judge? Who y'all sending the thing to?
I mean, I'm sending it to
It'll be
everyone
your
and their
friend,
mother,
man.
but like, I don't know who Thomas wants it to go to.
Yeah.
Well, who's gonna judge it? You want Bubbles to judge it? Because I don't think he's gonna make it.
No, no,
I guess
no.
Bubbles. I could send it. Like Mugen said he was gonna judge, but he doesn't know about Naruto. Like I could send it to some friends.
Okay, like
But I can send it to
legitimately.
some friends, but they might be biased.
Okay, wait. Legitimately, I don't want them to be biased, but like for real though, they're better than Bubbles. Like I do not trust Bubbles as a judge at all.
Bubbles is a good judge. I don't know why you're saying that.
Well,
Bubbles
okay,
is a good
I
judge.
haven't
Like
seen
he takes
Bubbles.
notes and shit.
I haven't
I
seen
mean, bro,
Bubbles
he kind of
judge.
said one time I lost because of stupid reason.
Oh, wait a second.
Last time, listen, hold on. Last time I seen him judge, True hunted it down to call and got all of Rockets on hunt him down like a
Oh
wild man.
God. But what were you saying,
Last time I saw
Thomas?
the debate.
He once said that I lost for some stupid reason. Like, yeah, I think he said I lost because, like, I accidentally said yes to something and then like took it back like 2 minutes later. Because it
Yeah.
like fucked me up, and like he didn't let me take it back, so I lost the whole debate because of that 1 point. And
Yeah. See.
otherwise, I would have won.
That's a yikes. See, yeah, I've never really seen
That
Bubbles
was
judge personally, but like he rats so much in debates and just in general. Like whenever I
He
talk
likes
to
it.
him,
He likes it.
yeah, he literally calls himself a rat and said like he's proud of being a rat. Like I don't know what's wrong with him. So that's the reason I don't
He
trust him
likes
as
it.
a
Yeah, he
judge.
straight up like he embraces it, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a yikes.
bro. He's literally a professional, bro. He's
That
literally a
is true.
professional.
Wait, Cole, you really believe that Panda is as strong as Akatsuki?
I really do. It's not contradicted. It's literally not.
It's just like in I understand like in the like he was really portrayed as like the strongest Akatsuki in like the third data book and like when he fought Jiraiya, but like then with like after information like Itachi just being a guy and then like Itachi being
Yo, fucking
Oh.
I could have used
whenever you're
Edelfeed.
done here, just like at me and we can like VC somewhere else when you're
Oh,
done
okay.
here.
Oh, yeah, it's only gonna be like a few more minutes. I'm gonna end off with the recording. Hold on. All right. Well, let me
Alright.
def in real quick, and I'm gonna stop it.
You
Hold
haven't ended.
on. Ah! Oh my, like spurging over that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the debate. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. The Cool Geek out. Bye.